You and I were talking about the problems in Israel, the domestic political problems, the economic problems, in an op-ed on Sunday in Haaretz, which a lot of us in the U.S. read in the English version. Retired IDF, Major General Yitzhak Barak wrote the following. Now, these are arguably the most incendiary lines from this. Quote, Israel will collapse in a year. Quote, Netanyahu has decided to die with the Philistines. Quote, Netanyahu has lost his humanity, morality, norms, values, sense of responsibility. On the same day, Ronan Bar, who is the incumbent head of Shin Bet, the Israeli domestic spying agency, referred to Ben Gvir and his folks, he's a member of Netanyahu's cabinet, as fomenting Jewish terror. How unstable is the Israeli government and the Israeli military as we speak?
Well, let's go back to General Barak's statement first, because as a retired officer, he is trying to say publicly what many senior officers in the Israeli Defense Force feel privately. That's all. And he's giving them a voice, and he's trying very hard, I think, to make it clear to people that bother to listen that there is, in fact, a difference of opinion and attitude between the military and what Mr. Netanyahu is doing. I think in previous conversations, I pointed out that contrary to what people would expect, the most Palestinian friendly, or let us say at least those who are most sympathetic to the plight of Palestinians that I met in Israel over many years, were IDF officers, particularly those that had served continually or many, many years on the West Bank or in Gaza. Now, that's the first thing. I think we should listen carefully to him, because I'm sure there are voices like that inside the Israeli Defense Force. The second is a bit different. Ben Gvir is a lightning rod for everything bad that you can conceive of right now in Israel, in the view of many, many Jews. On the one hand, he's a Jewish patriot and a Jewish hero because he wants to expunge, eliminate, annihilate all of the Arabs in Gaza and on the West Bank. And he's popular for that reason. He's always spoken very ferociously about that topic. He wants a pure Jewish state, and he wants a state that has no enemies on its borders. That sounds great, but in fact, it'll never exist in the future without many, many enemies on the border, unless there is profound change. I don't see any profound change coming. So the idea that Gvir is being attacked is not surprising. It's not surprising because the head of Shin Bet, he has a very good feel for public opinion inside Israel. Then finally, the business of gangs, armed gangs, imposing their will on Israeli citizens who may not be supportive of or excited by what they're doing is not new. That happened in 1948 and on some other occasions since then. So this is not new. The notion that Jews are monolithic anywhere is always wrong. This is the problem with anti-Semitism. It's collective hatred. We should not engage in that. Nobody advocates that. And inside Israel itself, opinion is not monolithic. Whether or not those who are genuinely opposed have a snowball's chance in hell of influencing anything, that's another topic. And right now, I think it's pretty clear they don't.
Transitioning, Colonel,